Okay. Hey guys, my name's Eddie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to go over some of the items I give my dog, I feed my dog, well, basically how I've changed his diet to a wholesome diet. And I've been doing this for over a year now, and he's been doing great. So let's start off with the ingredients. I've had people ask me, what do you feed your dog? How much food do you give them? You know, these are good questions. Now, there are these companies that will send you, real food for your dog, like human grade food, but at a very high cost. And if you want to know how much to feed your dog, you can go to one of their websites, put your dog's weight in, and it will tell you more or less what they should have each day in food, okay, in human grade food. And then you essentially just pay for that. It's very expensive, and you know, I think the benefit to that service is you don't have to do it yourself, but you are going to pay 10, 20 times more for your dog on a monthly basis doing it that way than if you were to do it this way. You're taking the initiative to do it this way. And today I'm going to go through the steps on exactly how you need to do this so that your dog can eat wholesome food at a discounted cost. Okay? The ingredients that I get from my dog are breast of chicken, brown rice, green pepper, and carrots. Now, you can add to that by getting things like gizzards, like chicken gizzards. If you have a local store that sells those. You can add to that with steak meat. You can add to that with colored peppers. Even a little goat milk on top. And cooked scrambled eggs or something. You can do that once in a while. But the main ingredients are the ingredients that I just gave you. Brown rice, breast of chicken, green pepper, carrots, and you can throw apples in there. You can cut up apples and throw that in there. These are all things that you can give your dog. In fact, I have to do that today. To kind of fill up the plate of just good food. And I've discovered that, well, okay. When I first got my dog, I was giving him kibble. And he had progressively got heavier and heavier because of it. He went up to 130 pounds just eating kibble. When I changed him to this diet, he went down 35 pounds with very little exercise. Okay? And he's better for it. He's healthier, he seems more energetic, and he's going to live longer. And I think the even better part, hopefully, is you won't have to take him to the vet as much. I noticed that his ears are cleaner more often. I noticed his coat feels better. He doesn't even shed as much. And he's a golden retriever. So he still sheds, but his weight is down. And it stays down because of this diet. Frankly, you could eat this diet. It would work for you. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Okay, go to the store. I buy 5 packages of breast of chicken. Okay, it comes in a container like that. I get green pepper. It comes in 6, you get 6 green peppers, and I cut it down to small squares. Like this, okay? The cost of the chicken is approximately 15 to 20 bucks per package. The cost of the green peppers is about 4 bucks a package, for a package of 6. You can get a bulk package of carrots for about 4 bucks. And the brown rice I get at Costco, about 16 bucks. Okay? And like I said, you can add those other items as well. Like apples, gizzards, what else did I put here? Colored peppers, eggs, whatever you want. I put the eggs in, like I would make the eggs last and put them in the day that you're going to give him his food, not freeze it with the rest of the containers that you're going to, package this food in. Things you're going to need to make this happen. You're going to need small containers like this from Costco. Okay? You're gonna need a couple of pots. You can see I'm making his brown rice, and I'm not gonna put all that brown rice in his food today, but that's most of that's going to be, I'm gonna freeze most of that. You're gonna need a pot like this for the breasted chicken. So when you bring the breasted chicken home that day, you could make it that day or you can make it the next day. But my advice is make the breasted chicken the day before. Once you make the breasted chicken, you're gonna want to, the way that I do it, cut it in half just like this. Okay? Once they're all cooked, you cut them in half. Once that's done, you bring it to, you got a little like system going on here, right? So you put it in this little contraption here, and this is a French fry cutter. Now I've looked at different processing machines, different things that were out there that would help me cut this meat the way that I wanted to cut it. But after some research, I found that getting this gives me the ability to get his meat looking like squares. See? Let me point that in there. I got the rice and everything in there now, so it ends up looking like this, just like squares. And it's perfect. And the other machines that I were looking at that would even come close to cutting it the way this French fry cutter cuts it was literally a couple thousand. This was 75 bucks. It's a commercial grade French fry cutting machine that you can get it off Amazon. I'll try and put a link on there so that you can go directly to it. I don't know if they still have it, but that's what you can use. And this is how it cuts. Check it out, guys. See that? It just comes right out in small squares. The reason why I cut it out in small squares is because I want to give my dog something to chew on. I mean, yeah, he swallows his food sometimes, but at first I started I sent it to a processing machine, so it would cut it it would cut the meat like grating cheese, and I don't know, I didn't think that would work. Then I got the carrots. So I cut the carrots and I put them in these 1 quart, Ziploc bags, and I shred it just like cheese. That you can shred like cheese. If you have a food processor, that would be perfect for that, okay? And I put about 1.5 bags of that in this container that I also got from Sam's Club. So usually 1 container gives me about 17 to 20 days of food for him. All right? Once I'm all done with that, so far we're going to have the green pepper, the brown rice, the breasted chicken, the carrots, the apples that I'm going to shred and give to him, that I'm going to cut down and give to him. Once I'm all done with that, I come over here, okay, and I weigh it on a scale. You buy these containers from Costco, and this is the way his food's going to look when you're all done. That's about 1.5 pounds. And then I just weigh it. I'll put the food in here as we go until the needle gets where it needs to go. And I give him about 1.5 pounds of food a day. Okay? All right. Oh, you can go. All right, guys, let me get this squared away. Okay. So, now you know more or less how I set up all of this for my dog and how I cut his meat. If you buy this French fry cutter, make sure you get the commercial grade one. You don't want the one that has any plastic on it. If you get a French fry cutter that has plastic on it, the plastic is going to break. I already tried it. I know for sure that it will not work. You want to get one that's all metal, okay, including the part that actually cuts when you press on it. That actually cuts the meat when you press on it. Everything has to be metal. There should be no plastic on your commercial grade French fry cutter. All right, that's what's going to send these pieces of breasted chicken through easily. Okay. Here is a bowl of kibble. In this kibble, on the back of the bag, the ingredients claim that everything I put here naturally, all this natural food that I'm making for my dog is supposed to be in this handful of kibble. That's what it's telling me. You guys, if you have a child and you fed them canned food for the rest of their life, how do you think they would fare by the time they got older? 9, teenager, how do you think they would do? You think they would be healthy? Then my question is, why would you do that for a dog? Just take the time to make this stuff. Now, if you want to know how much food to actually give your dog, like I said, there are those websites that actually sell human grade food, and you can put your dog's weight in and it will tell you. But if you just Google it and just say, my dog weighs 20 pounds, how much human grade food should I feed it? It should send you somewhere and give you an idea on how to do that. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I really wanted to just kind of give you a brief idea on how much food I give my dog and where I get it. I buy it in bulk, and then once I make about 20 of these containers, I set aside some room in the freezer to put them in the freezer, and then I take maybe 2 out at a time the day before. So I take 2 out, let that thaw out for about several hours. My advice is don't let it freeze and then put it in the microwave frozen. It takes forever to warm up. You don't want to give it to them cold. Just warm it up a little bit, but just make sure that you've thawed them out completely, and then put them in the microwave I usually put it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. And if it's too hot, let it cool down, or a minute. A minute's usually pretty good, all right? If you were to make all this food for your dog, or even half the amount, and you have a much smaller dog, say a 30-pound dog, this stuff will last you forever. Now, let's go to the cost. So for the chicken, on average, I spent around $75 for the chicken, on average. Like I said earlier, about 16 bucks for the bag of rice, 6 bucks for the green pepper, carrots are 4 bucks, apples are like 5 bucks if you get them a bag of apples, and that's it. That's your food. Add all that up, and that's what it's going to cost you to give him about 30. My dog about 30 days of food, between 17 to 20 days of food. But I always have a little extra, and I'll freeze those in like little bags like this, or in 1 gallon container, bags like this. Especially the brown rice. The brown rice, I always have a lot of extra brown rice. I just freeze it. You're always going to have extra. So let's see here. So on average, I'm spending about $90. About $160 a month. This kibble, high-grade kibble, and as much of it as much as he went through it, cost me about $140 a month. Maybe more, maybe a tad less. It depends. I tried to give him in the beginning what the suggested amount of food was for him and his weight, but it wasn't doing anything for him. It was making him sick, actually, and he was getting heavy. And you have to make a decision how you want to do this. I just think it's important that you take the time to try and feed your dog the good human grade food that you would eat yourself to stay healthy. And that's pretty much it, guys. You just need a few items to get started. It's an initial investment, but once you do it, you're golden. All right, good luck, and thank you for watching.